Hello and welcome. Come in, make yourself comfortable, take a deep breath, hold it, and breathe out. That's wonderful. Grab yourself a glass of coffee or water, whatever you prefer. And I just want to start by saying how proud I am of you for prioritizing yourself today. And I'm so thrilled that we're going to have this time right now to explore what it is that you're struggling with, but more importantly, understand how you can go from where you are to exactly where it is that you need to be. Now, I'm sure that you're a high achieving professional man, hence why you're here. And I know that you're probably really tired of feeling held back by self doubt, imposter syndrome, procrastination, possibly, maybe a little bit of perfectionism in there. And I know that ultimately what you're trying to achieve is you want to transform these challenges into confidence and authentic leadership. And what I want to do before we really delve in is just assure you that you're actually in the right place. But before we go any further, I just want to take a moment to formally introduce myself. My name is Mike Chinesi. I'm a rapid transformational coach, I'm a rapid transformational therapist, and I specialize in helping men just like you transform their mindsets so that they can lead in their lives confidently, both professionally and personally. Now, through my signature one-to-one methodology, which we will run through shortly, I have managed to help countless men just like yourself in various professions transform their mindsets, upgrade their belief systems, and ultimately allow them to align with who they truly want to be and then express themselves through that channel to progress and then fulfill in the rest of their lives. So what I do want you to consider for a moment, and I understand this firsthand, is that starting therapy and working on yourself can be pretty overwhelming. And taking that first step to address those deep-seated beliefs and these fears that you experience is probably the hardest part of the journey altogether. And I want you to just remember that seeking help is not a sign of weakness. Now, I really want to drive this home today because a lot of men that I've worked with, and I was one of these, kind of it felt like therapy was a weakness, and showing people that vulnerable side of me meant I wasn't able to defend myself, and then they would judge me and possibly reject me. But what I really want you to take home today is knowing that therapy isn't a weakness, it's a strength, and it's a powerful step towards growth and self-discovery, which I'm assuming is why you're here today. Now, many of you, I'm sure, may feel like you're not living up to your full potential, or you're constantly doubting your accomplishments, and ultimately you're afraid of what I like to refer to as being exposed as a fraud. And I get it because, I was there myself. And it was probably around about 4 years ago. I transitioned from a career, very fruitful career in construction, and I decided that it wasn't fulfilling enough. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to flip the script here and I'm going to follow my passion to help others. And I decided to become a therapist and then later down the line a coach as well. And for me, this was huge because I battled big time with this fear of inadequacy, these feelings that I wasn't good enough, maybe I was going to be exposed, and ultimately that people were going to judge me and not think that I was being authentic, but that I was faking it essentially. But this all changed when I started to figure out exactly what was going on internally inside of my own mind. Now, these feelings that you and I have both experienced are not only common, but incredibly frustrating. And I know that they're blocking you, and they're blocking you from really digging deep into your true authentic self and expressing that and having and achieving that professional fulfillment that you so desire. So traditionally, people tend to try and combat these feelings with what I would refer to as generic self-help advice or self-help books, or even endless sessions of talk therapy. Now, I'm not here saying that these methods don't work, because they do, but I think what we need to understand is that there can be a very long, winding road with these types of therapy or interventions that eventually leads to a roadblock. And the reason for this is because these methods often don't address the root causes of imposter syndrome or provide the specific tools needed to create that lasting change in our lives. And in order to completely overcome these symptoms, I think we first need to find the root cause and then upgrade these belief systems to support the change that we're really, really searching for. Now, just imagine for a moment your mind as a vast network of roots, and each of these roots represents experiences and learnings that we've created and accumulated over a lifetime, right? Now, these roots represent the subconscious mind, and they feed into and shape the puzzle pieces above ground, which are your beliefs, your perceptions, and experience of reality, which ultimately is your conscious mind. Now, each piece fits into your life's puzzle by aligning with your values and goals. However, sometimes there can be a piece or pieces that don't quite fit because they're based on outdated and unhelpful experiences and beliefs. Now, that floating puzzle piece that you can see there in the image symbolizes a belief that has not yet found its place because it doesn't quite align with the healthier, more accurate view of the world that you're currently striving for. And in order to integrate this piece, and this is really important, you must dig deep into the roots, so go to the root cause of any belief or issue, explore the foundational experiences that formed it. And then by understanding and addressing this root cause, you can then remove the old limiting beliefs and replace them with new empowering ones. Now, this work, digging into the roots, is essential in ensuring that every piece of your puzzle fits perfectly, supporting a much stronger, harmonious overall picture. And that's really what we're trying to get to here. So let's take a look at the new model. And this is about how to build a resilient mindset and unshakable self-belief with a long-term impact of enhancing your leadership capabilities. So your first step when you think about regaining control of your life needs to be the foundational yet critical process to identifying the unique blocks that are keeping you stuck in imposter syndrome. Only then can we get ultra specific and clear on your goals, and then spend some time mapping out and visualizing not only your vision, and this is really important, but also your vision beyond the vision. You see, in my experience, what can sometimes happen when we set goals for ourselves is that we can get so close to achieving them, but ultimately fall short at the last hurdle and never quite get there. Now, I don't know if you've experienced this, but I most certainly have. And what I want to explain to you is that this is because we fail to create a vision of our lives that goes beyond the initial goal. You see, one of the rules of the mind, and this is really, really important, is that we like what is familiar and we move away from what is unfamiliar. And it's a safety mechanism, essentially, that's innate within us, but no longer serves the same purpose as it did when we lived in tribes. So though we may desire a specific goal or outcome, on the other side of that is the unknown, which essentially equates to fear. And we must create a vision beyond the vision, which is safe, happy, and comfortable in order to bypass that fear response. Then, once we've gotten super clear on our desired outcomes, we can begin the work on delving deep into the subconscious mind, as I mentioned previously, and dig out the root cause and blocks of our limitations. Okay, and now this is the deep work, the heavy work, but it's the most important and critical piece to this process. And then finally, while working through step 2, we can start to focus on the new beliefs, and we can look at acquiring and looking at what it is that we need to get us there and how to align these with our values, all the while building a self-care routine that supports us on this journey moving forward. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know this model works? Well, because I've used it and implemented it with many of my clients over the years, and have been refining it through my practice as an RTT therapist and coach. And I've been helping clients like you shift from ultimate insecurity and fear into a place of self-belief and leadership. And my clients often report significant improvements in their confidence and decision-making skills within the first few weeks of undertaking my program. So what does that actually look like? Well, here's the framework. Here is the framework to 10x your confidence, stepping into your true leadership potential. And I call it the USB method. And it's designed to get you to a place of having unshakable self-belief, but also to get you to a position where you're happy with your work-life balance, you have built a resilient mindset, and you're able to openly and authentically express yourself in both professional and personal settings in your life. Now, I think this is really, really important. And we do all of this by focusing on three things. The first is your mindset. The second is your belief system. And the third is your lifestyle or your life design. And this method doesn't just patch problems temporarily, but it actually revolutionizes how you perceive and enact your role in personal and professional settings. But first, let's look at these in a little bit more detail and what they actually mean. So, mindset mastery. We begin here, and we begin by setting clear, actionable goals and identifying the mental blocks that are holding you back, followed by strategies to overcome these obstacles, and then we start to create a vision for your future that excites and motivates you. So this is the vision beyond the vision, so that you can stay on track no matter how hard the road gets. And then secondly is belief upgrade. You see, next we tackle your core beliefs, dissecting and dispelling the negative notions that fuel your personal imposter syndrome, replacing them with empowering yet supportive beliefs that will help you grow and lead with confidence. So as I mentioned before, this is the deep work of ultimately weeding out the roots, weeding out the old outdated beliefs and then installing upgraded, more powerful ones that will work together to create that are personal to you. And then finally, we'll align daily practices with your personal values and your personal needs. And we'll do all of this by ensuring sustainable self-care and a balanced approach to your work and your personal life, all of which is designed to enhance your overall satisfaction and effectiveness, enabling you to continue growing on your own at your own pace without me when we finish our brilliant work together. Now, in understanding your journey, you must first recognize that times have changed, and what you need to understand is that therapy isn't so much about fixing something that's broken anymore. It's actually a sign of strength and self-awareness. And before you begin your journey with me, you have to be clear on what you want to achieve and why this journey is important to you specifically. And, it's normal to feel uncertain. Many of us start out feeling overwhelmed or hesitant, maybe questioning if this is the right path for you. Maybe you're thinking, can I really change? Or is this worth it? Or maybe you can't see a clear path forward, feeling stuck and unsure of how to start in the first place. Now, the goal here isn't to change who you are, but to help you become the best version of yourself in order to unlock your truest potential, okay? And I want to help you craft your new mindset and belief system so that you can feel confident and empowered and be the leader in your life that you so desire to be. Now, in doing so, it will enable you to enhance your job performance and leadership skills. You'll be able to move from a place of self-questioning to self-trust. And you'll also be able to reduce stress in order to foster that emotional well-being and that resilient mindset that you have been searching for. The good news is that everybody has the ability to change and upgrade their belief system and enable and equip themselves to confidently take on all of life's challenges with ease and self-assurance. And guess what? Now it's your turn. But you may be asking yourself, how do I do all of this? Well, ultimately, it comes down to a choice. And you've now got a proven framework right here in front of you that you can see, if you work through simultaneously, will lead you to that place, that desired outcome of pure, authentic leadership and self-belief within all aspects of your life. So consistently showing up for yourself and those around you, building the life that you've always wanted as the incredible leader that I'm sure you are, that you're completely destined to be, and then leveraging, and this is really important, that innate masculine energy by following a proven step-by-step process as explained and detailed here. And it produces results like these. So take Simon, for example, whose belief in himself was so low he thought that he would be stuck that way forever. Or Glenn, who struggled under the pressure of being assessed in front of his peers through fear that they would think he was incompetent. Or take Jack, who was lost in his career but managed to create an entirely new role for himself within the same company. These results, and many others like them, become your new normal when you have a clear framework and roadmap to follow, doing the deep work and constructing a new life for yourself. So, I want to craft that plan together with you. I want you to understand how you can transform your mindset and belief system and build that unshakable self-belief over the next 3 months. And we're going to do this by looking at one or more of the things that I have highlighted in this training that could be holding you back, and then addressing them head on. So we'll look at, is it about overcoming the mental blocks that keep you from setting clear goals? Or is it about replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones to enhance your confidence? Or is it about designing a life that aligns with your values and supports your growth? Or is it all three, and likely is all three, bringing this model together harmoniously? So what I would love for you to do is scroll down below this video and find a time in my calendar to book in a slot to speak to me about your struggles. And in that free breakthrough strategy call, we're going to talk about what your current blocks are and what is holding you back. We're going to talk about what your goals are and what you're really striving for. And then we're going to talk about creating a strategic plan that is tailored to your needs in order to support you to get you to your desired outcome, all the while building in the background this unshakable self-belief through my USB method. And I'd love for you to make that call, but I do want to make it very clear that I don't want you to book that call if, one, you're not a high-performing professional male with a desire to improve your leadership in all areas of your life, or two, if you're looking for a quick fix for someone to do the work for you and without that genuine commitment to the process. I'm genuinely so looking forward to speaking with you, and like I said, scroll down below this video, find a time that works for you. But remember, this program is about more than just personal growth. It's about achieving legacy in leadership, so transforming lives and making a lasting impact. It's about enhancing your professional success, gaining that confidence and recognition as a masterful leader and expert in your field. It's about creating greater flexibility and freedom, so designing a life that aligns with your values and aspirations, but also, allowing you to lead with purpose and satisfaction. And finally, it's about building that unshakable self-belief and confidence, embracing your true potential and stepping into your role as a confident, influential leader, both at work and in your personal life. And finally, I just want to say a massive, massive thank you for joining me today. I hope this training has provided valuable insights and a clearer path towards overcoming the imposter syndrome and the self-doubt that you're experiencing, and ultimately becoming that true leader in your life. Now, don't let another day go by feeling inadequate. Book that free breakthrough strategy call with me today, and I will help you achieve the confidence and leadership that you deserve. So bye for now.